Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Suzanne and this is Styling by Suzanne, and this is where we do looks for hooded eyes. So you've probably heard by now that Urban Decay has decided to discontinue their original Naked palette. I think it was last week, August 25th or August 28th or something like that. They announced that the palette was going to be discontinued. And since then it's been all over social media, and Urban Decay has actually released a YouTube video which is just hilarious. Even though it's a little sad, it's a pretty hilarious video. They've got a great sense of humor about it. They're making it into this big theatrical production, which of course it's Urban Decay, of course they would. They did a mock funeral. I just think it's a really interesting campaign to end a palette with. So I don't know. I don't know if they're really going to end the palette or what they're going to do with it, but right now they're saying that this palette is not going to be produced anymore. Who knows what their plan is? Like, I don't know. Maybe they're going to come back with different packaging or reformulating it or something like that, but I don't know how you can really improve on this palette. It's this one here. This palette was one of the first palettes I ever got from a luxury brand. I think that one and my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, I got those at around the same time, and I loved it. I used it a lot, but you know what? I've hardly even made a dent in it. So like right now the palette, Urban Decay is selling the palette, at least on the American sites that I've seen, for half price. Now this is a really pricey palette in Canada. I think you can get it for about $70. And I looked on the Sephora website just about an hour ago and it's sold out already. So it's not half price there, but if you go to some of the American sites like the American Ulta site, it's showing there as half price, so you can get it for $35 Canadian. So if you don't have it yet, I highly recommend that you go and pick this palette up. It's a cool toned, I think I said this before, it's a cool toned neutral palette. Extremely blendable, and I think that's why it's been everybody's favorite first kind of palette, because, well, it's probably one of the first ones that came out with such a beautiful range of neutral, complementary neutral colors, but also because it is just so very pigmented, it's very blendable, very easy to use. It almost does the work for you. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a one of my favorite looks that I usually do when I use this palette, and I do still use the palette. So yeah, so let's just get started. Since I'm doing a tutorial on the Urban Decay eyeshadow palette, I might as well use some of my other Urban Decay products that I really love. I've got the All Nighter foundation, 2 shades. As always, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Next, I'll prime my eyes and I'll go in with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. To set under my eyes, I use my e.l.f. under eye setting powder. Right. White powder all over my black blouse. Good thing I brought my Norwex cloth. I can wipe myself down. And I forgot to mention I used my Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. Okay, so my face is done. I'm just going to go and do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go in with the big fluffy blending brush, and I'm using the shade Naked, this one here. So for those of us with hooded eyes, you'll see, like me, I've got a very small lid space, and the crease is right here. However, my socket bone is up here, and then the hood sort of hangs down right over here. So what you do is you sort of create a fake crease by putting your transition shade above your natural crease into the socket bone, and just kind of sweep it up, going lighter and lighter as you get closer to your brow, all the way up to the brow. Next, I'm going in with a slightly smaller but still fluffy and tapered blending brush. And I'm going in with the shade Buck, which is slightly darker, more richer toned brown, still on the cool side. And you just put it the same place you put the other one, the transition shade, but you don't go up as high. I'm going to put in a darker tone now just to add some dimension to the outer corner, and I'm going to use the shade Dark Horse. And just pat that on. Going up towards the tail of your brow in a triangle shape. And go back with your other brush and just blend those edges and just extend it out into your crease a little bit. Now I'm going in with a shimmery shade called Smog just to bronze up the lid. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the black shade here called Creep, with a very thin angled brush. Next I'm going in with a lighter shimmery shade called Half Baked, just to brighten up the lid. I'm going to go in with the highlighter shade, this one here called Virgin. Oops, not that one, this one. Just pop that in the inner corner. So I'm going to go in with the first shade again, Naked. And then Buck. Place that on the outer corner. And then get a little bit more of Naked on a pencil brush and just kind of blend that out. Smoke it out. This one here. And I'll just tightline. Next I'll go in with my Physicians Formula liner in Very Black or Extra Black, Ultra Black. Just a thin line. As someone with hooded eyes, I don't tend to do a very thick liner because, as you can see, I've got a very small lid space to work with, so I do a thin line and just a little wing. I can do bigger wings, but not today. I've just decided to let the shadow be the wing. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that shadow just to kind of deepen up or just kind of tie it into the eyeliner wing. So I'm going to go in with that dark shade, the black shade Creep. And just kind of put it over top of the liner and kind of smoke it out. It's not the deepest, blackest liner, or deepest, blackest shadow that I have, but since we're using only this palette, this is all I've got to work with. So I think at this point I'm going to go in and finish the rest of my face. I'll just sort of speed through that really quickly. Okay, so that's the face quickly done. Next I'm going to go in and curl the lashes and put on some mascara. I'm going to start off with my Tartist mascara. And then I'll go in with my Lash Princess, the purple one. And to finish off the look, of course, we're going to do our lips. And here's the tip for the more mature ladies like myself. Apparently, as we get older, our Cupid's bow sometimes becomes more pronounced, and that, believe it or not, makes people look a little bit older. Apparently, you know, the younger set, they've got fuller lips, and so they have less of a cupid's bow. And if you want to make yourself look a little bit younger, all you have to do is just draw across. Just minimize your cupid's bow a little bit, and that will instantly make you look a little bit younger. I forget where I heard this tip. I think it might have been Raw Beauty Christie who mentioned that in one of her tutorials. So I tried it and I like the look. Okay, so I just noticed my computer stopped, or my camera stopped filming, and so I don't know where we left off, but I just did my lips and I used my NYX Lip Lingerie in color 7, and I used a gloss over top called Oh My Gloss, and this is the shade. So I'm just gonna go and fix my hair a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look, and I forgot to use my setting spray actually, so I'm going to do that now. I'm using my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. And the other thing that I forgot to do is to set my brows. So I'm going to use my my Brow Gal and just set my brows. I always say that to the end as well, because then I know I'm done messing with my face, and so I'm not going to mess the brows up. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look using the Urban Decay Naked palette. I hope you enjoyed watching my tutorial, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and click on the notification bell, which is right beside the subscribe button, and that will notify you when I upload videos. So thanks very much for watching. It means a lot to me that you watch my videos, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!